Are you tired of your bus getting stuck in traffic, making your daily commute take forever? Are you tired of bus stops designed as nothing but an afterthought, leaving you feeling like a second-class citizen? And don't get us started on the chaos of people trying to figure out how to pay, slowing down the boarding process. And what about that dreaded step-up for anyone with mobility issues? If you've had enough of this constant ordeal, we've got the potential solution for you. You need to try Bus Rapid Transit. Dedicated lanes to beat the traffic, fancy stops, pay before you board, and of course, level boarding. I'm Timmy Marco, and this is
Tom from Trains Are Awesome.
Or maybe today buses are awesome? I don't know. We'll see. Well, we're riding Metroway today, which is Washington area's only BRT. Well, BRT, we'll see, route. And we're just going to rate it and see how it is.
See something suspicious?
All right, so what are your first impressions of the bus stop?
Well, where we got off was over there in the dirt. I'm not entirely sure why.
To be fair, I pulled the cord a little late.
It's all your fault.
Yeah.
No, but they are definitely nicer than a regular Metro bus stop because they actually have a roof and they have screens over there and benches.
I know, right? Not all bus stops have benches. It's pretty sad.
It would have been kind of cool if they had like those classic concrete Metro benches, like on the Metro.
I like those. Those are nice.
But
these work too. They're probably cheaper.
today's an 80-degree day at the end of October, so these metal benches are just fine.
Yeah. Here's the schedule. So about every 15 minutes on weekdays, in the mornings and evenings, it's a little less. And then here are the official stops. The nice thing is that this transit way is used by Dash, which is Alexandria's system, and Metroway. So at least it's being used a little more than it would be if just Metroway was on it.
Well, and that Dash 34 route is brand new. I think it started running this spring or this summer.
I'll put the when it started on screen right now. This road that Metroway goes through is Route 1, which goes all the way from Maine to Florida. It was one of the first highways in the United States, built before World War II. What do you think of the design of these houses here?
Okay, so when I was younger, I did a little bit of moving, like professionally, and so that made me hate townhouses. But overall, I'm from Europe, like, houses close to each other, that's just kind of what I'm used to. But these aren't the most beautiful, for sure.
No, I do not like I like that they're not super high story density or super low density, but I don't like the lack of shutters. I think that's what it is. Because there's a neighborhood across the metro tracks over there, built like 15 years ago. Townhouses, it looks a lot nicer, a lot homier. And I think that might just be biased because my neighborhood is a townhouse neighborhood with shutters. Built around the same time, but yeah, it feels kind of, I don't know, bland, soulless. That's my humble opinion. But
well, I really hope nobody living in those townhouses is watching.
Yeah, if you do, that it's really cool that you live here. Just don't like the outside design of your house. The inside is amazing. I'm sure it's amazing. With all of the apartments going up around here, I hope that the Metroway will see more ridership. We'll talk about that later, but its ridership has been pretty sad for how decent the service is. Yeah, at least. So here is also a Metro stop. We are at Route 1 and East Glebe Road. It's nothing fancy, no screens, no dedicated right-of-way. However, it gets decent service and it's covered from the elements. There's a bench, so it's still high. So you still got decently level boarding, I think. We keep seeing these signs, do not kneel bus. I think it's for the bus drivers. They're not supposed to bring the bus down because it's level. That makes sense. What?
Look at this.
Well, that is pretty cool. That's, is that Metro?
No.
Or is it Mark? No, actually, it looks like the London Underground, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is
very London Underground.
1995, 96.
Wait, you know the year?
I think so.
How do you? So I think we found the worst Metroway stop on the whole system. It also connects to Dash, which gives it 1 point in my book, but there's nothing except that and your hand to wave at the bus driver. It's kind of weird, but I guess it's better than nothing, right? Grass? You touching grass?
Yeah.
So we're at the main bus exit for the Potomac Yard station, and this is the Metroway station there. Nothing to write home about, but also not bad at all for a simple bus stop. You got a bench, non-hostile, and protected from the elements. Pretty nice.
May I object to that just really quickly? Is all the dash buses stop right there by the exit of the station, and for some reason Metroway is special, and it gets to stop at the crowded street, like
with all the
100
cars,
yards away.
with the cars like 5 feet from you. What I think it is that they brand Metroway as fast, and if it has to go in there and come out, it adds, I don't know, a minute or two. Especially when the whole ride is only 20 minutes-ish. It kind of adds time, so I kind of get why they did
All right,
this.
thank you for countering my cynicism.
For the fun of it. This is what I do. I'll do the whole thing so it looks less like I'm just... How many boardings per weekday do you think Metroway gets? 2023.
Well, you and I boarded it, so it's at least 2. I'm going to say...
There was a third person, so 3. How much?
Under 1,000?
Like, worst places right now. And Texas. Oh, they love Texas. And Florida. I don't know. What is this? It's really loud. Why is it so loud?
Because it's making my Pop-Tarts for me inside.
Your Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. No, this is probably my favorite station on the system, though. I like the roof. I like the artwork. There's a Lidl right over there, which I don't know if your viewers know what Lidl is, but it's like a European grocery store that's really
It's really cheap and it's really good.
It's really good. So this is probably the station I've used the most on Metroway. Maps.
And maps. Oh, I love maps. Part of why I like this topic is because of maps and geography, because I've liked that since I was a little kid. But yeah, but just...
It's so straightforward, and
I
then
know.
it becomes a huge mess.
I know,
up
it's so confusing.
And like I said, the cover.
Gotta keep the Dutch in your brain or it'll just disappear.
If we have kids, if they don't want to speak Dutch to them.
Right. Yeah. All right, so we're here at Pentagon City. This is where Metroway terminates, and... All right, let's talk about some of the back-end things about Metroway. The ridership in 2023 averaged about 949 farebox entries per weekday, which is okay, but not great. Between 2012 and 2019, it averaged about 1776 farebox entries per weekday. So ridership has only recovered around 53% to pre-COVID levels. WMATA bus ridership in general, according to farebox transactions, are only around 65% pre-COVID levels system-wide. But I should note that according to WMATA, only around 60% of their bus riders in November of 2023 paid at the farebox, so the number of daily riders is higher than the farebox entries per weekday. You see in these graphs, which only count when someone paid. This factor makes it a lot harder to compare bus ridership data. Amazon's HQ2 second headquarters opened here in Crystal City in early 2023. Currently has the capacity for about 14,000 employees. Even if just 10% of those employees use Metroway, they'd more than double its current daily weekday ridership. A $28 million expansion is underway to expand the dedicated lanes all the way to Crystal City and Pentagon Station, which should lower travel times during rush hour just a bit and make it more fully bus rapid transit. This is a high price tag, but they are also doing street improvements as well, so we're not just paying for bus-only lanes. I think the main problem with this BRT line is the fact that there are 2 major metro lines directly adjacent. Combined with a train every 5 minutes or so, and the train often being a faster and smoother experience, Metro Rail's gonna win 9 out of 10 times. Metroway at best has 12-minute headways on the same route. The train takes less than half the time between Braddock Road and Pentagon City, and it has connections to the entire DC region. Metroway only goes about 7 miles between Braddock Road and Pentagon City. I think if Metroway wants to be successful, it needs to run from downtown Alexandria to the Pentagon, which is a major trip generator and a major transfer point. And then it needs to continue into Arlington. The problem is that Metro Rail already covers much of the busy areas, and building a separate right-of-way and stops would cost a ton of money, more than WMATA has now, especially with this year's funding issues looming. On a separate note, I also believe if millions of dollars are put into transportation infrastructure, it should have the capacity to carry lots of people. Currently at 5 buses per hour, the route has a maximum capacity of about 415 people per hour per direction. This is only around 20 to 25% compared to a general purpose lane with motor vehicle traffic. Any busway has the potential to carry tons of different bus routes, traffic free. But right now the only bus routes that use the Metroway infrastructure are Metroway itself and the twice an hour Dash Route 34. Dash is Alexandria's bus system. Personally, I believe Metroway should have been built in a busy area far from any metro access, like here, or maybe here, I don't know. BRT can be a cheaper way to get a decent rapid transit system up and running quickly. However, putting it next to an even more rapid transit system that's been there for decades pretty much just sets it up for ridership failure. I hope that the continued development and the densification of the area can continue to generate trips on Metroway, but I do not think it should be turned into a tram anytime soon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day. Peace out.